Hi, Jodie Clark, CEO and founder of the Hypnotherapy Clinic and creator of the Never Died Again Hypnotherapy program. In the last video, we talked about one of the crucial steps to highly successful weight loss, setting a SMART goal. This is the very first step anyone should ever make if they want to have highly successful weight loss. You have to tell your mind what you want, and it has to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound, or you're setting yourself up to fail. When you tell your mind exactly what you want, it will do everything it needs to do to get you there. We cover goals in every first session in the Never Died Again program, and we lock it in with hypnosis. It's just so powerful. Many clients have had this amazing change just from that first session, and we haven't even given the whole kit and caboodle yet. And when they come back in that next week and tell us about all the changes they have already made and even lost weight already, just by setting a goal. So don't underestimate the power of your mind. It truly is an amazing, clever thing. Goal setting is about focus, focusing on what we do want, not what we don't want. Now, in the last video, I also told you that we'll be talking about emotional eating. This is a big one. But before we get into the emotional eating, I want to make something very clear to you. And when you get this, you won't ever have to diet again. Actually, this applies to all of your life. This statement changed my life. If you want things to change, you need to change. You may need to sit with this for a little while and really get it. Some might get this straight away. Me, it took some time for it to sink in. I was like, yeah, I know I need to change some things. What's the definition of stupidity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And then I went on with my excuses or reasons why, or my story of why I was staying the same. I didn't really get it. It was more than just agreeing that I needed to change. It was more than the surface stuff, the things we consciously all know already. It runs a lot deeper than that. I needed to switch my mind over, and when I did, wow, life-changing. I now say this little quote to myself whenever I feel blocked, finding something hard, self-sabotage, or finding myself making excuses for not getting everything and anything I truly desire. I tell all of my clients, and I help them understand this. I can give you so many life-changing examples here, but I promise we'll talk about emotional eating, and I just thought this too important not to share. Now, emotional eating. Almost every client I see emotionally eats. How we emotionally eat and what we do and what we eat varies, but the underlying issue is basically the same. So what is really going on here? Why do we emotionally eat? And what can we do about it? Emotional eating is about avoidance. It's about avoiding your emotions. I take emotional eating very seriously, put it in the same level as smoking and drinking and drugs, because we indulge in these behaviours to also avoid emotions. Yes, there are habits and learnt behaviour associated with all these amongst other things, but today we'll be talking about one part, which I believe is the main part of the issue. If we are out of control with our emotions, we are out of control. If we can't control our emotions, we have no control. Make sense? I'll say that again. If we're out of control with our emotions, we are out of control. If we can't control our emotions, we have no control. We are all emotional beings. Love, hate, anger, sadness, calm, happiness, fear are all emotions. These are all part of our everyday life. And if we don't have those, it means we are unhuman. So if these emotions are part of everyday life, then why do we avoid them? Why is it so hard to get a grip on them? Sometimes we just don't have the tools. We've learnt not to deal with them. We've learnt to avoid them. There's a lot going on here, and we go deep into these issues in the Never Died Again program. It's too much stuff to cover here in a 5-minute video. But I can give you a tool to help you at least start recognising your emotions and what is triggering them. Only then you can do anything about it. This simple tool will help you understand the when, why, and how of your emotional eating. We can't control our emotions if we don't know which ones are out of control or which ones you are avoiding. This simple tool will pull the information out of your subconscious into the conscious mind, and that is when you can do something about it. So we first need to know what these emotions are, right? This simple tool is a food diary. This is a food diary with a difference. This is not about counting calories or making you feel bad about what you eat. You may have completed food diaries in the past, but you were told to focus on the wrong thing. You were told to focus on what you ate, not why and when and how. This tool is all about knowledge, really understanding yourself and watching for those patterns. See for yourself what is really going on. What stands out to you? I bet you will notice things that you never realized before, or you will confirm what you already knew. Then it's time for action. You are in control. Knowledge is power. Don't be scared of what you find. You might just find things are not as bad as you thought. You might discover things about yourself you weren't aware of. Or even it's your worst nightmare. Then at least you know. And then you can do something about it. So it's a win-win. At the moment, you probably do a lot of subconscious eating. We want to draw it out of the subconscious mind and into the conscious mind. We'll be aware of what you're doing. When you are aware, you can recognize the behavior. And it's only then that you can change it. This little simple process starts to retrain your brain. Look for patterns in your diary. Take note of what emotions are going on with you. A good way to see which one is really there is to delay doing what you're doing to avoid the emotion. It should get stronger and stronger, and then you can recognize it. Yes, it may feel uncomfortable, but now you are in control. You let it in. Now you can deal with it. Here's a great tool for dealing with emotions. So let in the emotion. Analyze the emotion by asking, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? Is it true? Can I do anything about it? If no, well, I need to change the way I think about it. Take charge of your emotions, then go about thinking how you can make it a positive. You are in control. If your answer is yes, that you can do something about it, then do something about it. Action breeds motivation. Take charge of your emotions. You are in control. For example, at times, I feel this overwhelming sadness wash over me. I stop and say, oh, I feel really sad right now. Why is that? Is there anything going on right now that is making me feel sad? If so, I process my thoughts by using the methods above. If I can't find a reason, then I assume it might be hormonal or something that I ate that is not agreeing with me. I ask myself, have I got anything to be sad about right now? Then if no, then I rattle off all the wonderful things I have in my life. The emotion passes and I feel great. Now if I avoided the sadness, it would have just grown and grown. When we process it, we take its power away, giving us control. In the next free video, I'm going to talk to you about motivation and that word lazy. You want to watch this because if you ever bought a gym membership and never gone, or went all gung-ho, then trailed off, pumped up for a diet or exercise, then faded off, or just had trouble sticking to anything that you wanted, then you need to watch this next video. Oh, and I've added a little bonus blueprint for you too. So go ahead, print out the emotional food diary, keep it for a week and see what comes up. Before you go, I want to introduce you to the lovely Lisa. She is just gorgeous. Listen to her story. I just want to hug this beautiful girl, so wait for her at the end of this presentation. Have fun, love life, take control, you can do it. I know you can. Talk to you in the next video. If you feel that your weight is harming your health or your happiness, then you may want to try my 12-week Never Diet Again hypnotherapy program. We've had currently over 515 participants achieving amazing results. This is the same program that clients pay me over $5,000 each to do with me one-on-one in the clinic. But right now, you can complete the 12-week program plus lifetime membership to this program on the members-only website, risk-free for 6 months. You'll get 12 powerful weekly hypnotherapy weight loss MP3s to transform your negative habits into positive ones and engage the power of your subconscious to assist your weight loss. 12 weekly videos and workbooks to guide you step by step to your weight loss goals. You'll learn how to master the powerful virtual gastric band. You'll also get direct email access to my personal email address if you've got any questions or have any challenges. You get 12 months of free subscription to the Hypnotherapy Clinic's members-only content. There's also bonus weight loss secrets, tips and tricks from myself that I use with my in-house clients. Lifetime access to all the Never Diet Again members area, so you're never alone. The price of this course just comes to $2.35 a day, less than a cup of coffee, for 12 weeks, and you get full 6 months, 100% money back guarantee, so you can complete the course, and you still get an extra 3 months to decide if the long-term results were worth your small program fee. Click the link at the bottom of this video now to find out more on this course that is changing the lives of hundreds of people just like you. Now here's Lisa.
I'm doing the 12-week Never Diet Again program.
And how many sessions have you had so far?
2 so far. Looking forward to my 3rd.
And what changes have you noticed already?
I feel amazing. I feel better than I felt since I can remember. I feel confident. I feel happy. Things that I forgot how they felt.
And have you lost any weight or feel any different in your clothes?
Yes, I have. You know, the feeling of feeling amazing is sort of outshadowed the fact that I actually have been losing weight. I weighed myself on a Tuesday, and then I weighed myself again on the Thursday, and I'd lost 2.5 kilos after having the virtual gastric band on the Monday night. It's just unfathomable that it works.
Yeah.
You know, I was sort of sceptical, and even after my first session when I felt like I didn't go under, it's weird. I don't know what it does. Things that have changed in my subconscious without even realising. And this is probably a little bit, I don't know if it's embarrassing for me to say, but we went to Hungry Jack's the other day, and normally I get a double cheeseburger, and without even realising it, I ordered a normal cheeseburger. So it's all subconsciously. And I realised that I don't need the double cheeseburger. But I'm not going to deny myself that when it is only something that we do on a rare occasion. So I'm not feeling guilty.
Good.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about those goals now?
Good. I feel really good. I feel positive that I can do it. But as I said before, I really don't mind if I don't at this stage, you know. Now, this feeling that I've got, if I can continue to feel this way and lose weight, well, the weight part's just a bonus. But I feel like I can achieve the goals that I did set, and I am making more goals for the future. So when I first started, I had no, self-respect, I suppose. I'm doing something for me, and maybe that's why I feel this way, but I don't ever want this feeling to go away.
And there's people out there struggling with weight. What advice would you give them?
Just yeah, give it a shot. Like, you know, I was the typical making excuses for why I couldn't exercise and why I would emotionally eat. And I have not emotionally eaten since I started. Just give it a shot. It's all in the mind, and I failed every diet that ever was. I've tried personal training, I've tried this and I've tried that, and this is working. So I'm doing it, and you probably should too. At least try.
So what do you think is your biggest thing you've taken away from your experience so far?
Letting go of the guilt. And by doing that, it's kind of stopped the vicious cycle of the emotional eating, which was my biggest problem. And also one of the things that plays through my mind is in the virtual gastric band that's also on the MP3 is that your body's not a rubbish bin. So don't fill it with rubbish. And my body's not a rubbish dump. This is the body that I've got, and I've got it for the rest of my life, and I need to help it. I almost thought that it was never going to happen. I almost was at the point where this is how it's going to be, and it was putting pressure on my relationship. We've got 2 small children, a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. Doing this program feels right for me, and I haven't felt this good and with this much sort of zest for life or something like that as what I've felt. And I'm only 2 weeks into the program, so, you know, bring on the next 10 weeks and I'll chat to you all again soon.
What would you say to anyone out there thinking of joining the program?
Just do it. You know, for years I made excuses, and we're making it work so I can be here, and it's worth every cent. I don't know, now there's all these other things coming into my head about things that I've done that I never thought that I could do just in the last 2 weeks, but that's for another day.
Yep. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks.